on March 9, 2025. The city became the epicenter of a national debate following a profoundly disturbing incident. A 14-year-old boy now stands accused of murder in connection with the fatal shooting of a police officer. The gravity of this event cannot be overstated, and it has rapidly ignited a widespread and deeply impassioned national conversation that touches upon some of the most sensitive and complex issues facing our society today. These issues include, but are not limited to, the concerning prevalence of youth crime across the nation, the methods and ethical considerations that must guide modern policing, and the far-reaching and potentially devastating consequences for communities from coast to coast. As the nation grapples with the difficult task of understanding and addressing the intricate challenges presented by the juvenile justice system, as well as the policies and practices of law enforcement agencies, this heartbreaking incident has become a central and unavoidable point of focus in the ongoing discussion. This tragic event compels us, as a society, to confront difficult and uncomfortable questions surrounding accountability for actions, the critical importance of effective crime prevention strategies, and the undeniably urgent need for comprehensive reform within the systems that govern our society and ensure the safety and well-being of all its citizens. As well as the policies and practices of law enforcement agencies, this heartbreaking incident has become a central and unavoidable point of focus in the ongoing discussion. This tragic event compels us, as a society, to confront difficult and uncomfortable questions surrounding accountability for actions, the critical importance of effective crime prevention strategies, and the undeniably urgent need for comprehensive reform within the systems that govern our society and ensure the safety and well-being of all its citizens. As well as the policies and practices of law enforcement agencies, this heartbreaking incident has become a central and unavoidable point of focus in the ongoing discussion. This tragic event compels us, as a society, to confront difficult and uncomfortable questions surrounding accountability for actions, the critical importance of effective crime prevention strategies, and the undeniably urgent need for comprehensive reform within the systems that govern our society and ensure the safety and well-being of all its citizens. As well as the policies and practices of law enforcement agencies, this heartbreaking incident has become a central and unavoidable point of focus in the ongoing discussion. This tragic event compels us, as a society, to confront difficult and uncomfortable questions surrounding accountability for actions, the critical importance of effective crime prevention strategies, and the undeniably urgent need for comprehensive reform within the systems that govern our society and ensure the safety and well-being of all its citizens. As well as the policies and practices of law enforcement agencies, this heartbreaking incident has become a central and unavoidable point of focus in the ongoing discussion. This tragic event compels us, as a society, to confront difficult and uncomfortable questions surrounding accountability for actions, the critical importance of effective crime prevention strategies, and the undeniably urgent need for comprehensive reform within the systems that govern our society and ensure the safety and well-being of all its citizens. As well as the policies and practices of law enforcement agencies, this heartbreaking incident has become a central and unavoidable point of focus in the ongoing discussion. This tragic event compels us, as a society, to confront difficult and uncomfortable questions surrounding accountability for actions, the critical importance of effective crime prevention strategies, and the undeniably urgent need for comprehensive reform within the systems that govern our society and ensure the safety and well-being of all its citizens. The officer who tragically lost his life in the line of duty has been officially identified as Officer's Name. He was a highly regarded and deeply respected member of the police force, having served the community with distinction and unwavering dedication for a considerable period of years. He was widely recognized and admired for his unwavering commitment to the core principles of community policing, demonstrating a genuine and heartfelt desire to actively connect with and serve the diverse residents of the area he was assigned to patrol. Moreover, he had recently dedicated a significant amount of his valuable time and energy to the development and implementation of various initiatives specifically designed to foster a greater sense of trust and mutual understanding between law enforcement personnel and the local residents of the community he served. The sudden and comprehensive training programs. These programs should be specifically focused on de-escalation techniques, providing officers with the skills and knowledge to resolve conflicts peacefully and avoid the use of force whenever possible. Furthermore, these training programs should emphasize the importance of community engagement, encouraging officers to build relationships with the people they serve and fostering a sense of trust and mutual respect. These measures are deemed essential for building trust between law enforcement and the communities they protect, and ultimately reducing the likelihood of violent encounters. In this specific case, questions have understandably arisen regarding the officer's approach during the encounter that led to the shooting. While the officer in question had a reputation for his commitment to community policing, suggesting a proactive approach to building positive relationships. The circumstances surrounding the shooting highlight the inherent challenges that law enforcement officers face when confronted with high stress, rapidly evolving situations. The incident underscores the need for continuous evaluation and improvement of policing tactics and training protocols. Rapidly evolving situations. The incident underscores the need for continuous evaluation and improvement of policing tactics and training protocols. Similar cases involving minors and police shootings have occurred across the country, raising serious concerns about the safety and well-being of young people. Similar cases involving minors and police shootings have occurred across the country, raising serious concerns about the safety and well-being of young people. Similar cases involving minors and police shootings have occurred across the country, raising serious concerns about the safety and well-being of young people. Similar cases involving minors and police shootings have occurred across the country, raising serious concerns about the safety and well-being of young people. Similar cases involving minors and police shootings have occurred across the country, raising serious concerns about the safety and well-being of young people. Similar cases involving minors and police shootings have occurred across the country, raising serious concerns about the safety and well-being of young people. A comparative analysis of these cases, examining the similarities and differences in the events leading up to the shootings. can provide valuable insights into potential solutions and preventive measures. By carefully studying past incidents and identifying patterns of behavior, we can develop more effective strategies to reduce youth crime and improve police-community relations. Learning from past incidents, both successes and failures, is absolutely crucial for developing effective strategies to reduce youth crime and improve police-community relations. This learning should inform policy changes, training improvements, and community-based interventions that address the root causes of the problem. The tragic shooting incident has prompted a thorough examination of the circumstances that precipitated such a violent confrontation, along with a critical assessment of the community's role in proactively preventing youth involvement in criminal activities. Understanding the factors that contributed to this devastating event is crucial for implementing effective strategies to address youth. For collective mourning and remembrance, calls for justice have resonated throughout the city, demanding accountability and a commitment to preventing future acts of violence. In addition to expressing their grief and demanding justice, community organizations are actively advocating for increased resources to address the fundamental root causes of youth violence, including factors such as poverty, inadequate access to quality education, and limited availability of mental health services for young people and their families. These organizations recognize that addressing these underlying issues is essential for creating a safer and more supportive environment for youth and preventing future tragedies. It is important to acknowledge that the relationship between law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve has been strained in recent years, particularly in areas characterized by high crime rates and socioeconomic disparities. This deeply unfortunate incident has further complicated those already complex dynamics, as residents grapple with conflicting feelings of fear, uncertainty. It is important to acknowledge that the relationship between law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve has been strained in recent years, particularly in areas characterized by high crime rates and socioeconomic disparities. This deeply unfortunate incident has further complicated those already complex dynamics, as residents grapple with conflicting feelings of fear, uncertainty. Open communication and a commitment to transparency and accountability. Open communication and a commitment to transparency and accountability. Open communication and a commitment to transparency and accountability. Open communication and a commitment to transparency and accountability. Unexpected loss of officer's name has had a profoundly negative impact, not only on his fellow officers within the police department, who considered him a brother in arms, but also on the broader community as a whole. The residents of the community deeply mourn the loss of a dedicated public servant who consistently went above and beyond the call of duty. His absence is keenly felt and deeply mourned by all who had the privilege of knowing him and who benefited directly and indirectly from his unwavering commitment to public service and the safety and well-being of the community. Youth violence is a multifaceted problem influenced by a complex web of interconnected factors. Examining current trends reveals a disturbing pattern, highlighting the urgent need for comprehensive interventions. Several key factors contribute to the increased prevalence of youth violence, including challenging socioeconomic conditions that many young people face. These conditions often involve poverty, lack of opportunity, and limited access to essential resources like education and healthcare, creating an environment where violence can take root. Exposure to crime, particularly within the home or community, also plays a significant role in shaping the behavior of young individuals. Witnessing or experiencing violence can normalize aggressive behavior and desensitize youth to its harmful consequences, increasing the likelihood that they will engage in violent acts themselves. Furthermore, the absence of positive role models in a young person's life can leave them without guidance, support, and the necessary tools to navigate difficult situations in a constructive manner. Extensive research consistently demonstrates a strong correlation between a young person's environment and their likelihood of engaging in criminal behavior. Young people who grow up in environments characterized by violence, instability, and a lack of opportunity are significantly more likely to become involved in criminal activity. The constant exposure to negativity and the absence of positive influences can create a cycle of violence that is difficult to break. Addressing these underlying issues, which are deeply embedded in the social fabric of our communities, is absolutely crucial for preventing future incidents of youth violence. By targeting the root causes of the problem, we can begin to foster safer communities where young people have the opportunity to thrive. Focusing on prevention, early intervention, and comprehensive support systems is paramount. The recent shooting incident has reignited important and necessary discussions about police use of force and accountability, issues that are at the forefront of public discourse nationwide. Nationally, a growing and increasingly vocal movement has been advocating for significant reforms in policing practices. These reforms are focused particularly on how officers interact with young people, aiming to create more positive and respectful encounters. A key component of these reforms is the implementation of crime and promote community safety. Furthermore, the community's responsibility in guiding young people away from crime is under intense scrutiny, as stakeholders seek to identify ways to foster positive development and provide support systems for at-risk youth. Legal proceedings in detail. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, the 14-year-old suspect was taken into custody by law enforcement officials and subsequently charged with murder. This case has garnered a considerable amount of media attention, largely due to the intricate legal and ethical considerations involved in prosecuting a minor accused of such a serious crime. The situation highlights the complexities inherent in navigating the juvenile justice system when dealing with violent offenses committed by young individuals. Under the specific provisions of state law, there exist circumstances in which juveniles can be tried as adults, particularly when the alleged crimes involve acts of violence or pose a significant threat to public safety. The decision to try a juvenile as an adult is often a difficult one, requiring careful consideration of the individual's age, maturity, the nature of the crime, and the potential for rehabilitation. The underlying philosophy of the juvenile justice system emphasizes rehabilitation and restorative justice principles, aiming to guide young offenders towards positive change rather than simply imposing punitive measures. However, the gravity and severity of the charges leveled against the young suspect raise significant concerns about the potential consequences he may ultimately face. Legal experts and commentators have suggested that, should he be convicted of the crime, the 14-year-old could be subject to a lengthy sentence, even if the proceedings are ultimately conducted within the framework of the juvenile court system. The exact duration and nature of any potential sentence would depend on a variety of factors, including the specific charges on which he is convicted, his prior criminal history, if any, and the judge's assessment of his potential for rehabilitation. The case underscores the delicate balance between holding young offenders accountable for their actions and providing them with opportunities for rehabilitation and a chance to reintegrate into society. Community reaction and its nuances. The shooting has triggered a powerful and multifaceted response from the community, reflecting a range of emotions from grief, and anger to concern and a desire for change. Local leaders, community activists, and concerned residents have united in expressing their profound outrage and sorrow over the tragic loss of the officer's life. Vigils have been organized and held in his honor, serving as a focal point. Move forward through the justice system. It is absolutely essential that society, as a whole, proactively takes the necessary time to engage in a thorough, honest, and introspective reflection on the wider implications, long-term ramifications, and far-reaching consequences of what has tragically occurred, ensuring no stone is left unturned in our pursuit of understanding and prevention. Specifically, we must turn our collective attention with unwavering focus to diligently addressing the underlying and often deeply ingrained root causes that significantly contribute to the alarming rise in youth violence within our society. This crucial endeavor requires a comprehensive and multifaceted approach that carefully considers a complex web of interwoven factors, such as pervasive poverty, the crippling lack of opportunity for advancement, the crippling lack of opportunity for advancement, the crippling lack of opportunity for advancement. Furthermore, 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 this particular heartbreaking case serves as a stark and painful reminder of the urgent and pressing need for comprehensive and meaningful reform in both the juvenile justice system, which is tasked with guiding our young people, and current law enforcement practices, which are vital for maintaining order and safety. The juvenile justice system must be reformed to focus on rehabilitation, offering hope and a path to redemption. And prevention, intervening early to steer young people away from a life of crime, rather than solely on punishment, which can perpetuate a cycle of despair and recidivism. Similarly, law enforcement practices should be thoroughly reviewed and updated to reflect the latest best practices in community policing, emphasizing collaboration and partnership, and incorporating advanced de-escalation techniques designed to minimize conflict and avoid the use of force whenever possible. By working together in a collaborative and unified manner, transcending divides and embracing a shared vision, communities can strive to create safer, more supportive, and more nurturing environments for all residents, particularly our most vulnerable young people, ensuring their well-being and fostering their potential. This collective effort, demanding unwavering commitment and shared responsibility, is absolutely paramount to ensuring that tragedies like this, with their devastating consequences and far-reaching impact, do not happen again, and that our communities are effectively protected from further violence, safeguarding lives and fostering a sense of security. We must commit ourselves wholeheartedly to diligently addressing the root causes of crime, investing in comprehensive and ongoing training for law enforcement, and building stronger, more trusting relationships between law enforcement and the communities they serve, all in order to foster a more just, equitable, and peaceful society for all members of our community, regardless of background or circumstance. This article provides a comprehensive overview and in-depth analysis of the deeply concerning incident, carefully examining its immediate implications, both locally and nationally, and the broader context that encompasses youth crime rates, identifying trends and patterns, and the complex challenges faced by modern policing in an ever-evolving social landscape. The overarching aim is to provide a clear and accessible understanding of the multifaceted issues at hand and to stimulate constructive dialogue, encourage thoughtful consideration, and inspire concrete action to address these critical challenges. If you require any further details, clarification, or have specific questions, or would like specific sections of the article expanded upon to explore particular aspects in greater detail, perhaps delving deeper into specific contributing factors or proposed solutions, please do not hesitate to ask. Your feedback and questions are highly valued and welcomed as we strive to promote understanding and work towards a safer and more just community for all.